Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Inspiration in. I need to speak my English. My Inspiration in Isolation. Today I have a special guest, the man, none other than Mr. I'm going to call you Q, but your full name is Quintin Wakefield. Everyone, this is Q. Q, say what's up.
What's up, team? How are you?
Yay, man, bro. I was going to say this a bit later, but I might as well ask now, like the impact of COVID just on you has been huge. And so for those who are listening in, Q is a personal trainer, strength and conditioning coach. Just this week on, what day was it?
Monday.
Q rocks up to work thinking he's good for now. Like at some point, they're going to be told, hey, start preparing for not having employment. He gets in and he gets told, at 12 o'clock today, Q, you don't have a job. Share with us what's that been like. The reality of this COVID thing is taken up. Obviously, people are saying it's a hype, it's just a myth, it's not impacting anyone that I know. It's impacted people that I know and love, particularly yourself. So how has that impacted you and in your household?
Yeah, so it was a bit of a shock. So we sort of we heard a lot about it, but we weren't sort of too worried about it. We were just like, oh, it'll come when it comes, and then it sort of like speedballed and then just took us out just like that. So both me and my partner work in the fitness industry at the same place.
Yeah.
We both lost our jobs, like you said, Monday at 12 o'clock. So it's impacted us pretty bad. It hasn't really sunken in yet for me because I've still had a lot of things in the background that I was working on with my business anyway.
Yeah.
It's just sort of like sped it up, I guess, now. So
Yeah.
I'm relatively busy, just my income's not as high as what it would have been, I guess.
Yeah, like I was supposed to queue up this interview with Q on Monday, and then I was just watching, like everyone else, watching the news in the morning, and my heart just sank. Like I just thought immediately of Q. I'm like, I'm supposed to do this interview with him today. I don't expect them to, and I started to think of all my other mates as well. So that's why it's been postponed. Like, and this is why we're here. And so, yeah, Q, tell us what sort of line of work that you're in. I know that I've mentioned just a brief, but tell us a bit of your background of your work and what you do.
Yeah, cool. So, if you take it way back, I actually wasn't. Yeah, actually only been in the fitness industry since 2014.
Okay.
2014. Before that, I was actually a service tech manager for, most people would know this company called Garmin.
Yeah. Garmin, as the Samoans would say, Garmin.
Yeah, so I was actually in that line of work before I actually jumped to be a PT.
Yeah.
So I basically, after I did all that, wanted to be a PT. I was sort of like part-time being a PT.
Yeah.
Part-time being a PT. So
yeah.
I was doing my original job and then jumped into that, slowly transitioned into being a PT.
But I want to pause you there. But I want to pause Q. He's a super humble dude. He's a super. He didn't just wake up one morning and go, oh, I'm going to do PT. So Q was a professional athlete. For those that don't know, like he's been on an international stage representing his country. So Q, you have to tell them. And I don't, what sport did you play? And what level did you get to?
Yeah, just with Cook Islands rugby sevens. That's all. Nothing too big.
Nothing too big. Yeah, just happened to play against some of the greatest seven players in the world in that time.
Yeah.
But did that sort of so while you were playing sevens, where you also had this other tech job?
Yep, still did. Yeah.
And so at what point did you say to yourself, yeah, I'm just interested, like you're in the tech job, you're playing sport. Did you think to yourself, man, I actually like being in the fitness industry. I like coaching. Did you know that you're a natural coach?
No, not at all. Not at all. I was really interested in the fitness industry because I had seen a lot of people that were in the fitness industry that weren't really helping people.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? There are so many people in the fitness industry doing lots of things, heaps of things. And, people do things, people try things and all that, but I didn't really feel that there was a lot of people that had personal touch, and that's where I get most of my, I guess, rewards from. Is
Yeah.
from trying to help more people that I help,
Yeah.
the more people they can help, and
Yeah.
then the world can help each other.
Man, and I love that about Q. Like since I've known him, I actually like stalked Q online for a while because while I was living in Christchurch, there was a Fijian rugby player on the wing, our big bro there, um, uh, and he'd often go back to Brisbane and he'd
Mm,
link up with you.
yeah,
And so this rugby player is very well known. He's a Fijian superstar, played in a Crusader Super Rugby, and so I was following him because I was living in Christchurch at the time. So I'd be like, whatever he's doing, I'm interested to know. And then a photo pops up with you and him in it, and I think to myself, oh, who's this? I thought it was DJ Forbes. So for anyone who's going to follow Q, who's going to watch it, I'm going to put his social handles up here. I thought, bro, DJ Forbes is in Brisbane. But I looked closely, it was Q. And then from then, just like anything in social media, you follow whoever
yeah,
that trainer is, says, oh, I'm training with this guy. And then I start to follow Q. As I'm following Q, I think to myself, he's doing a few Zoom movements, which we'll talk about a bit later on. And then I thought to myself, man, what's his background? So I've always been interested in sort of like, you have a great way of connecting with your athletes but also your
yeah.
clients. How did that come about when you realize, okay, I'm wanting to jump in PT. Who are going to be my clients? How am I going to make that switch up? Tell us about that journey.
Yeah, I guess I was just very lucky to have people. People were just interested in what I was doing. I don't know why. I, people were just interested, and then I started to get private messages from people, and I'm like going, I know who these people are, but do they know who I am? Like, I'm just me. Like, why me? You know? And like you were saying, like I was talking about, like Namani, like send me a message, and I'm like going, I know who this guy is, but does he really know? And why does he want to come see me? Nah, this is stitch up. This ain't happening. And then yeah, that happened, and then ever since then, I've had a lot of messages from a lot of pro athletes that have come across and saying, I want to do some stuff with you. Can we do this? Can we do that? And it's sort of just taken off from there. And then the general public get to see it and they go, wow, this is pretty cool. And they want to do it. So then
Yeah.
everyone wants to do it together. So it's like, win-win.
Yeah. And I mean, like with anything, like just the law of attraction, people are attracted to what they like and what they see and what they see. If they're following a
Yeah,
particular rugby player, like I was connected to you, I'm like, okay, what's Q? And at the time I was doing a fitness modality, body weight modality called Zoo. And then I saw that Q was teaching. I was like, he'd probably be the only certified partner Zoo instructor who's actually working with, people players that I knew that I know that I currently watch. I'm sure there are other trainers as well.
yeah,
Um, but I mean, just most recently, I saw one of the guys from the Sunwolves, one
yeah,
of the
yeah.
bros there. While he was over there, he jumped in with you.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy the most about coaching? Okay, it's a twofold question. What do you enjoy the most about coaching general pop,
Yep.
and what do you enjoy the most about coaching athletes?
Yeah, good question. That's a good question. And both both of them are just rewarding as each other. The general public is good to train or to coach because you can inspire them a lot more because they're fresh. Some of them are fresh and they don't know a lot, so they trust you.
Yeah,
They put all their trust into you, so you have to try and get them to work together and go, okay, this is why we're doing this.
yeah,
This is how we're doing this. And can you show me? And they just look to you for guidance, and that's it. When it comes to athletes, they have no choice at all. And it doesn't matter what you give them, they'll go, oh, yeah, okay. And they'll just do it. They'll just do it. With athletes, it's good because it's their day-to-day job. It's just trying to fine-tune some of the skills that they already have. So try and work in what they want to work on, but work on the fine skills because they already have the actual skill set because
basics.
that's
Yeah,
what they do. That's their
yeah,
job.
yeah,
My job is to play rugby. My job is to play touch. My job is to, that's my job. So instead of trying to coach them, you want to work on finer things for them so they're better athletes.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah. And so I guess from the outset, when people are looking at you working with athletes, are they quite hesitant when they first come to, if they're general public and they're like, oh no, I can't do what the athletes do. I can't
actually, it's the other way around.
really.
Right, yeah. So when the general public see the athletes, they go, "Wow, that's cool. I want to do that." But when the general public see the general public working, and they see that some people are working harder than others, they're like going, "Oh, I don't like that. I don't want to do what he's hard. It's way too hard. I want to do what that person was doing. That's easy."
Yeah.
But then they see the athlete and go, "Man, that's cool. I want to do that. That's awesome. I like that. That's cool."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 No,
That's exactly
totally.
how it is. That's exactly how it is.
So,
Exactly.
so Q, obviously, fitness and health and well-being is important to you, but it's also, like you mentioned before, your partner's also involved. Tell me about her role and the place that you work at, because the place that you work at, I've been to. I was a member at that place as well until we moved locations. But yeah, what does she do and how she's been impacted by this whole shift?
Yeah, so she's actually a yoga instructor. Okay, so she's a yoga instructor, and she does quite a lot of yoga classes for the place that we work at, and obviously elsewhere as well. But as of yesterday, all of her sessions have been canned completely, like all gone. Yeah, so she's an actual yoga instructor, which helps me a hell of a lot with my body.
Yeah. She's like, you're as stiff as cardboard, you rugby
Yep,
player, strength and
yeah,
conditioning
exactly.
guy.
Yep,
Here's some stretches.
yeah.
What is this?
Wait, can you just hold in that stretch for a minute? No, just breathe forward. Breathe deep.
Ah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Hey,
so basically we're a good team.
yeah,
She comes to my sessions and she trains with me. We train
yeah,
together.
yeah,
We come up with training sessions that we can do together,
yeah,
depending on what she feels like she wants to do. I
yeah,
design the training session. We do it together.
yeah.
We do it together. We love working out together.
That's so good.
It's really good. And for the classes that she does, the yoga classes, I try and get to at least one or two a week, depending on
Yeah,
my schedule, because it's a
yeah,
lot hectic. But yeah, I try and get to at least one or two of her sessions a week, and then she just trains with me or comes to my sessions. Either way,
yeah,
it's a good team.
yeah. What you know? What I really I loved about what you just said. Like, obviously, yoga is not your first choice of exercise,
Of
so it's
course.
put you out of your comfort zone. Can you explain the psyche or how you coach people through getting comfortable, being uncomfortable about trying something new? Because I just think in isolation now,
Yep.
people are like probably going to go online trying to find things to do. They're going to eventually find zoo.
Yep.
How do you help them through the process of, hey, it's not as hard? Like, what do you say to them? How do you encourage them?
Yeah. The very first thing that people think about as soon as like a gym closes down or they're away on holiday and there's no gym at the hotel or they're camping or whatever, they're always they're always so fixed on, I don't have any equipment. Always. That's it. And for me, that's the first thing they think about, and it's either going to go either way. No equipment, not doing anything. No equipment, what am I going to do? The people that you think of that, what am I going to do? Straight away, you've already won that battle. So they're the ones you really need to focus on. The people that find that excuse from equipment to no equipment, that's, that you've lost that battle. Lost that
Yeah.
battle. So you just got to try and get, depending on the age group that they are, but a lot of people from young kids to like older people, there's so many body weighted exercises that you can do
Yeah.
that you don't even need any equipment.
Yeah.
Let's take it way back to simple exercises like a burpee,
Yeah.
a sit up,
Yeah.
a squat,
Yeah.
and a push up.
Yeah.
There's 4 exercises there.
Yeah.
4. So what, you don't need anything. You just get 4 exercises.
Yeah.
Simple exercises,
Yeah.
you
And
know?
what I love, I've been in your sessions and I've died in your sessions along with everyone else. And
Hey,
so
so do
sometimes,
I.
yeah,
So
we've all died together. For those who are
I've
listening, like,
I still got the videos.
yeah, yeah. People are probably thinking, why would I want to join those sessions if even a trainer's saying they die? No, it's because we push ourselves to what we're capable of. And what I love about the sessions that you run, Q, is that, in that one group, you have the likes of yourself and myself who play sport, who are quite active, quite generally fit. And then you have the different ranges of fitness levels.
Yeah.
And what's been the cool things that you've seen in that sessions that you run, particularly Zoo, between top end, you know, people who are fit to like low entry level people?
Yeah, yeah, that's huge. Like, just to go back a little bit on what you were just explaining there, I had an athlete actually message me, and this is what he said. I asked him the question. I said, "Oh, how did you find me? You know, how do you know me?" I had just been following you. I've been following you online for some time. Yeah, cool. Why is it that you want to work with me? Like, how can I help you? And one of the things that he said to me was, the reason why I want to work with you is because you do the exact same thing that I do. So if I'm there doing, say, I'm doing an exercise in the session, I'm actually doing the session with him. Like, I'm not just going, do this, do that, do this, now that, now this. I'm actually right next to him doing the exact same thing. And it doesn't matter if he's a pro athlete and I'm not, we're still doing the same thing, the exact same thing. And that builds respect. Respect. You have to earn it. It's not given to you. You have to earn that. And if you earn that respect from anyone in that group, no matter where they're from, top athletes, bottom, middle, doesn't matter. If you're in the same thing with them, earning their respect, the rest is done for you. The job is done. The job is done. But you have to earn that.
Yeah.
And the only way to earn it is to do exactly what they do. Don't stand at the top of the class yelling at people. Jump in the group and be with everyone else.
Yeah, and I think that's the cool value that that Zoo brings. You know, I
Yeah.
remember being in your classes where obviously people know me and they know you, and they're like, "Wow, these guys are pretty. You know, they're pretty fit."
Yeah.
And then I love it when you say, "All right, partner up or switch up." Like I'm trying to look for anyone, but they
Yeah.
all avoid eye contact because they're like, "Oh, I don't want to work out." It's like, no, you're not actually working out with me. I'm just encouraging you. And so
Yeah.
when they finally do work with us, and they're like, "Oh, it's not that bad."
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's really not. And that's the good thing about it is that, you know, don't be scared to try and use what you have to help someone else.
Yeah,
You know, don't be scared to have the skill set that you have or the toolbox that you have. Don't be scared to pull that out and give it to someone else.
yeah,
You know, give it to someone else to use. Go, ooh, try this, and just feed it to people.
yeah.
Just keep feeding it to people. Don't be like this and go, no, I'm not going to show you anything or tell you anything. Like, hand it out.
There's plenty.
Everyone,
There's plenty to give, man.
plenty to give, like so much. Like I'm not like the best trainer in the world, and I know I'm not, and I'm never gonna be, and I
Yeah,
don't want to be.
yeah,
I just want to be able to get the skills that I learn and the experience
yeah,
that I have to
yeah,
give to everyone else.
yeah. But I think as well, like when you say that, I don't want you to discredit that as well. Like you don't desire to be the best, but you desire to be the best that you can be. And in doing that, you become the best in other people's eyes.
Yeah,
Like athletes or general pop, it's like, you're the best, Q. And you're like, I'm not. But at the same time, we can understand what they're saying,
yeah,
saying that when you're focusing on you as a person, growing yourself, exercising, making sure you're disciplined, you're always giving to people. Like you're
yeah,
always giving to people, giving people an opportunity to lead groups. Like you gave me an opportunity to lead your class, and that was awesome. And it
yeah,
was great because I got to connect with some of your members. But yeah, that's such an important value lesson, particularly now, more so now, isn't it? Now we're coming into
yeah,
isolation. People are living off scarcity almost.
yep,
So now's the time to give back and help each other out.
yeah, cool, definitely. Like I think even more so now, like, and as it builds on, when we start to become really isolated, you should see a lot of families really connecting now.
Hmm.
Like, families should be tighter now than ever.
Yeah, yeah,
And where's the most perfect platform to do that? At home with your family, your whole family. You do it.
yeah,
The kids do the
yeah,
exact same thing.
yeah,
Kids, your partner,
yeah,
everyone's doing the same thing.
yeah,
Just connect with each other,
yeah,
do a workout with each other,
yeah,
teach each other, learn from each other,
yeah,
and Boom.
That's so awesome. That's so, oh man, I'm just so pumped to be able to talk to you this episode, Q. So, hey, look, I wanted to add a bit more value to people who are listening or watching in, and I did queue up Q, pun intended, just to show us, to demonstrate 2 exercises very quickly for us that will at least kickstart us into moving into different, I guess, people that can help us and train us. So he's gonna adjust his computer. I'm gonna adjust mine as well. 2 moves, frog squat and bear crawls. I'm just going to use it as an example. I'm someone who's just watched this. I want to connect with Q. Q's now teaching 2 movements, teach us the benefits, and then and now I'm going to do it with you. Yep.
You okay? You want to join in too?
Hello.
Good one. Stay over there.
We watched Daddy, okay?
Nice. Righto. Let's get this done. We're going to do a frog squat first, okay? Frog squat. Okay? Going to have your legs slightly outside your shoulders. Keep your feet nice and straight. Okay, nice and straight feet. Elbows hooked into your knees. Okay, yep. And just drop down as low as you possibly can. That's it. Find your range where you're comfortable. And then push all the way back up. Like a squat. And then down again. And keep your elbows locked into your knees the whole time, and push out. Push your elbows out in between your knees, and just keep going. So this is going to open up our hips and give us more mobility in our hips. Most people will have tight hips every day.
And how many reps do you usually go for, Q? Or how long? What's the time frame?
Yeah, I'll probably go for about 20 to 30 seconds.
Yep.
20 to 30 seconds on the frog squats.
Yep.
And you'll probably do a couple of rounds of those.
Okay.
Probably do a couple of rounds of those, but they don't have to be done fast. You can do these real slow.
Yeah, because I think that's a common misconception, isn't it? When people, if people were to type in on the internet, this is why I tell people, don't type in the internet on YouTube, don't go do workouts, because the moment you see the creator Nathan going at it, you're like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's something that he beats on all the time. Like so Nathan is the guy that created it. He's a mentor for Q and I, and he's coached us multiple times. But that's the thing. It's like you don't have to go fast.
Yeah, you can do them super slow. Like they're just effective slow.
Yeah.
Is how fast.
Yeah.
You know, and just work with your range, whatever you have. It doesn't have to be deep. If you can't get that deep, it's just time.
Because I think as well, sometimes the embarrassment is, well, I just know that the amount of people I've coached as well, they said, oh, I don't go as deep as Ray can. You're not supposed to.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for a while. Even if the range is like this, that's it. You know, in due time, you're getting deeper and deeper.
Yeah. And then you can go like deeper and deeper just as you open up your hips. You'll find that probably first thing in the morning, the people that can go really deep, you'll find that they can still go deep, but it'll take them a lot longer to get there.
Yeah.
Than it would if you did it, say, lunchtime or in the afternoon, because your hips have warmed up from walking and what you do, your daily job.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do bear crawls. Can you coach? Oh no, did you have something to say before we go to bear crawls?
That's it. Bear crawls.
Okay, cool. So coach us through some bear crawls from an entry level, the different types of bear crawls that people can do.
Yep. You okay?
Great.
Okay. I'll go this way so that people can see this way.
I'll go the same direction.
Yeah, just so that you can see my actual positioning for my bear crawl.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're down on our 4s, okay? Or actually 6s. You call that 6, your feet as well. Okay, what you want to do is you want to raise your hips up, okay, up like this. Yeah, nice and high. And you're just going to walk forward. That's it. And foot at the same time. Okay, and then in reverse, shoulder, push back, push forward. Okay, regress movement to that obviously is on your knees. Okay, so if you have any injuries or if you're a bit, bigger, you can do it on your hands and knees, forward and then backwards. It's quite funny.
When we're still doing bear crawls, obviously there are different types. When people think bear crawls, they have to keep their back flat. And
Yeah.
what's the easiest way to coach a bear crawl when people think?
Yeah, so I always keep my hips higher than my shoulders. Always keep my hips higher than my shoulders. The reason why you keep your hips higher than your shoulders is that when you drive forward, like so,
Yeah.
I'm using my legs to drive forward, not my arms.
Right.
Yeah. When I go back, I'm using my shoulders, not my legs. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. So you're driving.
Yeah.
The arms going backwards.
The full body exercise, full body mobilization. Hips high, so you can drive forward with your legs and then drive back with your arms.
I noticed that when you were coaching, you were saying palms go flat on the ground. Is there a reason why we don't? I mean, I'm seeing people do fingertips or they do fist ones. Why do you emphasize?
Yeah, so the reason why we keep our hands nice and flat here is to prevent ourselves from any injuries at all. You'll find that if you do this or this, you can do so many injuries to your wrist, elbow, shoulders. So we want to really prevent ourselves from any injury at all, any. And flat hands, simple. You think about it. You think about this. If you were, say if you're an elderly person, we'll take an elderly person for an example, and they're either at home or they're out, and they manage to take a fall or they trip.
Yeah.
What's the very first thing that they do? The very first thing that they do? Put their hand up. They put their hand up to stop the impact. Now, if you don't have strong enough wrist flexors or elbows, you're just going to shatter your arm, okay? Arm's going to be shattered. Especially if you're an older person, arm's going to be shattered. Then the next step is, how are you going to get up?
Yeah. Like a turtle. I'm going to get up like this.
How are you going to get up? You're going to roll over and you're going to try and bear crawl to climb up. Yep. With your one arm to try and climb up the wall. Yeah. Exactly. There it is. And that's a huge example. Boom.
Yeah.
Huge example. And that's one of the things that people need to understand is that I could do a whole workout where there's no intensity at all. Yep. No. You could just watch me do simple movements with no intensity. That's not crazy. Yeah. And people will go, oh, that looks really easy. It is.
Yeah.
It is. And then you can see me do a workout and go, that looks super hard. He's dying.
Yeah. I think as well, what I love about the bear crawl, like you said, that you go back to the 6-point contact, which is your 2 hands, your 2 knees, and your feet. And you can go slow. I think, again, that's I love it that you can go slow. You don't have to go super fast or else you get carpet burn on your knees. I don't go, just nice and easy.
Yeah.
And then does that build up strength to be able to do this?
Yeah, sure does. Sure does. So you'll find that because you keep your hand nice and flat, you're building strength in your wrist.
Yeah.
And it's the best way to keep your hand flat. If people can't keep their hands flat from the normal position like this, just drop down.
Yeah.
I need you to keep your hands flat. I need you to do that. I'd rather you keep your hands flat than have your hands up like this in this position.
Yeah.
I'd rather you down here with flat hands.
Yeah.
Flat hands. You got to build strength. don't think that you're up here when you're really down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no egos.
Yeah.
Who cares what someone else can do? Who cares how fast they can do it? Who cares how big their range is? Work with what you have.
Yeah.
What you have. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
Work with what you have.
I love that saying, like, work with what you have. And
Yeah.
sometimes we underestimate what we have. And obviously, because some people that do Zoo and do workout with you, they think, oh, they are forever apologizing. I'm not as good as, sorry, I'm not going as fast. I'm like, I didn't ask you to go fast.
Yeah.
I didn't ask you to be super, super strong. I'm just asking you to work. What do you have? Bring that to the table.
Yeah. Do what you have. Work with what you have. You can't work with something you don't have because it just gets messy. It just gets real messy. It just gets real messy. And like, when you've been doing things for so long, people expect you to be like the best in the world.
Yeah.
I'm not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close. I enjoy it. It's hard.
Yes.
I push myself. I work. But yeah.
So, Q, if someone is wanting to know how to get in contact with you, because I know that you're now going online, and the way that you coach, that's just the way I like to be coached as well. Like, you get down, you coach through it, you explain the why. If someone wants to be in contact with you in regards to online sessions, where can they find you? What are your social handles? I'll put it up on the screen. It should be up on the screen right now.
Yeah, so my social handles, obviously, my website, qtimefitness.com.au.
That's why he's wearing a shirt. That's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like. That's the logo. If you see that, it's me.
Yeah.
And then I'm on like Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, or QTime Fitness.
Yeah.
Okay. You can find me on all of those social media platforms, QTime Fitness.
Yeah. Yeah.
My phone number's even on there. So if you want to flick me a text, or call me, even if you wanted to send me a direct message, I'm happy to help anyone.
Yeah, that's so awesome. And Q, like, you've just been one of those amazing dudes in the fitness industry that I can see why people come to you. And that's why I sort of decided to be associated with you, just because not only that you have a great work ethic, but you have such a heart for the community, and the way that you coach people makes people feel comfortable. And that's why I think, for anyone who's listening in, check up Q Time Fitness on all the social media platforms. Don't be afraid if you see him working with athletes. That he does a whole bunch of stuff with non-athletes as well. And he'll be running some online sessions soon, so he can create programs for you, personalized programs, not only for you, but also the family as well. Like, you can write up a program for the entire family. Is there anything else that you want people to know? Give a bit of a shout out to, or final remarks, Q?
No, I just want everyone to be happy. Be happy. Stay connected.
Stay connected.
Yeah, stay connected.
Yeah.
One of the things that popped up the other day that I was discussing with one of my friends was that, see if you can work this out. In a world so connected, we're actually disconnected.
Yeah.
If you work that out, you'll know exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
In a world so connected, we're so disconnected.
Yeah. The other day, a friend of mine, we did a podcast about social distancing, and he talked about this thing right here. The very thing that was supposed to connect us is disconnecting us, but now we have to use it in a whole new way to do its original purpose, which is to connect.
Yep, exactly right. Exactly right. Exactly right. So I see it so many times that if you're giving your time to someone, then why are you disconnecting from them to connect with something or someone else?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we went out to dinner the other night, and I kid you not, when we go out to dinner, it's just about us. It's all about us. We don't do anything. There was this couple sitting across from us, right? I kid you not, they were at dinner. They were both on their phone. They didn't say one word to each other.
Crazy.
They were both on their phone. And I'm like looking over going, are they serious? Are they texting each other?
How's the menu? How's the food? Yeah, that was delicious.
I just couldn't get it. I was like, if you're with someone, give them your time, give them your energy, give them your space,
Yeah.
give them the attention they deserve.
Yeah,
Give them that. Take away this.
yeah,
Use this for its purpose. Don't get me wrong, I'm on mine quite a lot because of work, but use it for what it's for. When
yeah,
you're with someone, connect.
yeah. And
You know?
I love that, Q. Yeah, it's super important, particularly now for families who are finding themselves, they're going to be doing this in
Yep.
isolation from their house. So any families who are out there thinking to themselves, I don't know any fitness regimes, my kids are energetic, I need to do something, where do I look? So this is my promo for
Yep.
Q, and there are others as well if they know of other people, but yeah, Q's definitely a guy that I just want to springboard and go.
There'll be some beginner sessions for kids. Kids who participate in these. These are the kids that I run through the sessions with already anyway. They do the stuff. So there's going to be some easy stuff for kids to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there'll be video tutorials and everything.
Yeah. Man, that's so cool. Well, Q, thank you again for your time today.
You.
Always a pleasure and blessing to be able to chew it up with you. And yeah, again, like everyone, if you're listening in, hit up Q. He's gonna have a strong presence online. Still be able to connect people and empower people through movement. So thank you for inspiring us while we're in isolation. His handles will be on the screen. You can tap in. Make sure you're sharing this amongst your family and friends. So thank you again, Q.
Thank you.
Peace out.